evening. This is Thursday Thrive Live. Welcome to my subscribers and followers on Facebook and YouTube. I am keeping to my schedule. I mean, it's unbelievable. I am in surprise and shock that I have kept to this live schedule. So the schedule is Monday, menopause motivation. Monday, menopause motivation at 9 a.m. Monday morning. And then on Wednesday, a sacred pause at noon. And Thursday, thriving through our menopause journey, not just surviving, thriving. Thursday, Thrive Live. And Sunday, brunch. Bring your own food. We may have one that we have food available for people. So stay alert, stay tapped in. Anyway, I always come on live here first because I'm simultaneously live streaming on Facebook and YouTube through the Restream app. But I haven't added TikTok to that. So I have an audience on TikTok that participates in my lives. And so I bring them up on my iPad separately. And that's why I have these headphones on so I can hear when people talk on the live on TikTok. Because I can't have everybody on the mic or there'd be feedback. Okay, so I'm saving your ears. But I just ask for your patience. If you see me looking up like this, that means I'm paying attention to what someone is saying in the live on TikTok. And the audience there does interact with me. And I would love it if you all did too. I mean, there's a chat. You just have to put something in it, and then I will respond, definitely. So feel free to ask me any questions, and I will definitely respond. But I am going to add TikTok in a few minutes, and that means I'll be looking up here from time to time, and I may even have a co-host. I don't know. I may, so then I will be interacting with that person. It doesn't mean I'm not paying attention to you all. I certainly am, and I would love it if you would interact with me like my TikTok audience does. So, what do we do on Thursday Thrive Live? What we are trying to do is not just push through menopause like it's a chore. It is, sometimes it can be. The symptoms can become overwhelming, and it is also very isolating. It's an isolating experience, even though millions of women are going through it. It can still be isolating because for some reason we get into the mindset that these things are not happening to somebody else. Luckily, there are celebrities and such that are talking about this now. And so there's a lot of women gaining more information. There's a lot more information on HRT, hormone replacement therapy, that it is not dangerous like they used to say back in the day when I started my perimenopause journey in 2005. At least that's when I became cognizant that I was going through a change. Honestly, I think that I started going through perimenopause earlier than that, when I started having a thyroid issue. I honestly believe that was the beginning of my perimenopause because hypothyroidism, the symptoms are very similar to those of perimenopause. So it's possible that I could have even started my perimenopause journey as early as 1998. That's when I started developing a thyroid issue. But I didn't know it. And so I'm just counting from the time I actually knew, which was 2005. And the reason I know that is because my husband and I went on a trip, and uh, I the whole weekend we had a issue of blood. I'll just say it that way. And it was the continuation of something that had been happening for a month. So yeah, it was like, okay, this is weird, and I think something is happening. So that's a lot of women first notice a issue with their menstrual cycle, and that is a signal that perimenopause might be starting if your menstrual cycle starts acting erratic. Anyway, that's how I realized that in 2005 I was in perimenopause. And so I've been trying to help women transition easier through peri and postmenopause since 2021. And I wrote the journal, but my vagina still works. In 2024, it was published, the first edition, and now there's a second edition with more information than the first one had, because every year is a new discovery. Every year it's a new discovery of new symptoms. Oh. Anyway, this is the journal. It's available through my website, asacredpause.com. It's also available in the TikTok shop. So you can click the link in the bio and order it from my website. Or if you happen to be on TikTok, you can order it through the TikTok shop. So right now I'm going to go ahead and add the TikTok to the live. And again, I'm not ignoring you, and feel free to comment on this live. I will definitely answer your questions. Get the other book. Okay. Hey, I was just reaching down there in my book. How are you? I didn't know if you would make it. Okay. So what's well, I went to Baltimore to do my mom's hair. I hadn't been able to go because, I was suffering from the COVID or whatever it was that I got. I never tested. Okay. So I wasn't going. Today I went to do her hair, and I almost decided that I wasn't going to go live, but I said, nope, I'm going to go ahead and do it. But that's why my hair looks crazy as it does, because when I came home, I took a nap and I was just laying around. So I look like a wild woman today. I hope people can get beyond it. I hope people can get beyond it. We're not going to be here that long, so get over it. Anybody who thinks my hair looks like a crazy, I I am the answer. Ugh. You got to roll that R, right? Akasha said, I am the answer. Ugh. I watched that episode. I don't either. I don't either. I don't like him and his mother. No, I don't like him and his mother. They're crazy. Stop it. Stop the madness. I wish they would just take that whole storyline away. His mother. I mean, it's okay if he was crazy and your mother was a part of that, but we don't need to hear about it. Keep it to yourself. Okay. But yeah, that was my day. I went to Baltimore, did my mom's hair, came home, took a nap, got the rest of my 10,000 steps, and was debating whether or not to go live. And so this is Thursday Thrive Live, where we try to talk about things that will help us thrive and not just survive this menopause metamorphosis. So today I wanted to talk about the isolation of menopause. Like, why do women go isolation? And I think that a lot more people are not doing that now, but it's still happening. There are still women that are isolating because they feel like they're the only one going through whatever it is they're going through, right? Wouldn't you agree? Like, is how are you? Why do you care? Yeah, I definitely know because it's tough. It can be tough. And when I was going through that depression era of my menopause journey, yeah, it felt like the honest to God truth is that I didn't even know that depression was a part of menopause at that time. Yeah, I don't know. And who cares? I'm ignoring it. If they want to end my life, they will do it. They have the capability, right? If I did something, nothing. That's what I'm saying. I'm ignoring real edits, Manny T, whatever your name is. If I'm violated, then just end the live. You end it then. Okay. Oops, let me end my live because real said it. Right. It's the silence that makes you get into isolation. It's the silence because then when you're not talking about it, you're in your head thinking, wow, am I the only one? Is this and especially because like depression was my thing. Everybody that goes through the menopause metamorphosis, and the reason I call it that is because you're going through an actual change from a one person when you start perimenopause to a whole different person when you get into postmenopause. So you metamorphosize into some different woman than you were before. And I don't care what you're going through now in menopause, that is going to happen. You are going to be different. You're never going to be the same again. Okay? So, but a lot of things that were happening to me early, I didn't know were associated with menopause, because most of the time people were only talking about hot flashes, mood swings, night sweats, or sleep deprivation type of things. Nobody was saying the mental aspect of menopause. And so when I was going through my depression, I was very isolated because I didn't even know that it had anything to do with menopause. And I wasn't really journaling heavy back then. So I couldn't recognize the patterns that you speak of. You know what I mean? That's why I always say that journaling is. I'm doomed. Life is over. Good. How are you? So once I wasn't journaling back there, and that's why I felt so isolated. I honestly, journaling is self care. And if you are journaling, I saw somebody make a video the other day talking about, my friend told me that she's just writing down her thoughts about menopause and it's helping her. And I was like, duh. Yeah. Hmm. And it lets you see, like you said, it helps you to see patterns. And so the journal that I'm speaking about is But My Vagina Still Works, the Menopause Wellness Journal. And this journal is to help you transition easier through peri and post menopause. It's divided into three sections: the physical wellness in menopause, emotional wellness in menopause, and social wellness in menopause. And social wellness is what I am mostly embodying in the journal right now, because I have something on the horizon for women to get together and support each other. So, this is the social wellness section. And why is it important to have social wellness in menopause? So you don't feel isolated. So you don't feel like I'm the only one going through this. You could be in a room with women and be talking about menopause and discover, me too, that's something I'm going through too. And just that alone can help you feel not isolated in your journey. So that's why I'm having the Sister Circle event, which is going to be on July 19th. And it's going to be in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. But guess what? If you don't live there, you can still join in on Zoom. Ladies, you know how we get on our Zooms? Okay, we're going to start getting on our Zooms again. And we're going to connect with each other and support each other through this peri and post menopause, so that no one gets to the isolation point where they feel like I don't even need to be here anymore. Because that can happen, in this menopause journey. Or you may become the caretaker of your parent. Hmm. No, it's that body odor can change during perimenopause because your estrogen levels are declining, and since that affects everything, guess what? You start to stink a little. I didn't see. It's so much. What, to pull stuff out of your ears? Okay, we need help. Oh, yeah. It's yeah. Thanks. That's awesome. The thing is that the isolation can be dangerous, and so that's why we're making a way for women to connect, even virtually. You don't have to be in the same state to have a menopause buddy. And also, when you mhm, dressed. Yes, and you're gonna meet some. Okay, welcome to the transition of your life. Oh, be brave. I've talked about so much embarrassing stuff. You just go to my podcast. Are they looking at you like you an alien? That's how I felt. Genital urinary syndrome of menopause. Genital urinary syndrome of menopause. You know what's interesting about that? Let's talk about that for a minute. And I have a whole podcast about it. It's on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and YouTube. Genital urinary syndrome of menopause has several symptoms, right? And the reason that it's so confusing because people used to call it vaginal atrophy, but it was so much more going on that they had to give it a different name, because it's not just vaginal atrophy, it's urinary tract infections. And the thing about a urinary tract infection in perimenopause and postmenopause, it doesn't feel like an ordinary, like we normally, the burning in that. It can be very subtle and you may not even know you have it. And that's why a lot of older women in postmenopause end up getting septic because they have urinary tract infections on a regular basis. And sometimes they don't even know that they have one because the symptoms are not the same. Isn't that amazing? When I found that out, I was like, well, dag. That's you mean you could actually have a urinary tract infection and not know it? Because whenever I've had one, you definitely know it, right? Got depressed. Got depressed. I got depressed. You don't really want to know because you don't like me talking about that. Okay, so then I'll just will skip the answer, okay? Because you don't want to know, and you know you don't. I know, Sam. I know, Sam. I know you want to know because it did change my life. Do you want me to say it's high, happy, and hydrated? That's what it is. See? Okay, Sam. Sam, that is the answer. That is the, well, it was for me, the answer. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do other than what helped me, but like you said, the exercising. And the thing is you have to be persistent in it even when you're not seeing the results that you want. Like, you may not be losing pounds, you may not be, but guess what, that exercising is still helping you. It really is. Comb your hair, maybe. And sometimes when you're doing those affirmations, they feel uncomfortable if you like you haven't gotten to the point where I definitely believe this. But if you keep talking that way to yourself over your life, keep doing the affirmations, you will get to a point where, yeah, that's it. I believe that. Hot girl summer. Looking past the mirror like, damn, I'm fine. I love her. Yes, absolutely. Right, right. And love it every day because remember, like sometimes you get to a weight, right? And then you're like, oh man, I want to be lower. And then you don't even appreciate that where you got to because you like, I'm trying to get lower. So appreciate the body you have every day because it's carrying you every day. It's doing wonderful things every day. So yeah. Yeah, every time I see my mom, and that's usually every other week when I go do her hair, I'm she always is down on herself for forgetting things. And so like there's reasons that she's older, right? She's 86. So naturally her memory isn't going to be as good as it was in earlier in life. And so that also has a fact to do with it also, she's postmenopausal. She probably is estrogen depleted. So that affects her brain. And I try to encourage her to not be so down on herself because of it. And I told her today, I said, every week I walk into a room and forget why I went in there. Every week. And I'm 64. So, uh, I'm confused now. What? Whatever. That's a dumb exercise. I reject that. I reject that. I reject it. I'll brush my teeth with the non-dominant hand. That's I'll stick to that one. Hilarious. Oh no. You came on camera. Okay. I'm gonna try it when I get off the live. I don't want to look stupid. It'll be like, Dad, girl, you can't even do that simple shit. Denise, thank you for Dennis. Thank you for following me. Oh wow, that is so cool. I'm gonna try it when I get off the live. I don't want to embarrass myself. But yeah, those are things you can do to, create more neural pathways, new neural pathways, and stimulate your mind. But also, like you said, just don't be down on yourself. Okay, so what? You've been around for a while. You're entitled to have a moment where you don't remember something. Exactly. I told my mom, I said, you know what I do? I walk back in the direction I came from to try to retrace my thoughts that made me go in that room. And I said, you shouldn't be so upset with yourself all the time over your memory. You've been around for a while. It's okay. I don't know why we get so hard on ourselves about these things. You know what I mean? Like, why? We need to give ourselves grace, especially in peri and postmenopause, because the negative self talk can get so loud. And we really need to give ourselves grace and mercy and love and self care because we have been through a lot and you don't need to talk down on yourself. Hmm. You're still expected to produce if you're still out in the workforce. You're still expected to produce, even though you're having a hot flash or a brain fart or something. You're still expected to still earn your living and live. So, the world is going to be tough enough on us. Let us not be tough on ourselves. I think that's going to do it for Thursday Thrive Live. I think we've given some tips on thriving, not just surviving in menopause, haven't we? Okay, goal accomplished. Yes, we will be back Sunday. So I have a 2-day break from my live schedule. Sunday at 11 a.m. Sunday morning brunch, and bring your own food because I ain't providing. And join the live at 11 a.m. And then Monday morning, Monday menopause motivation. And then that's at 9 a.m. And then on Wednesday, a Sacred Pause live at noon. That's where we do things like butterfly hugs and EFT tapping to calm our nervous systems during the midweek when things can get hectic. And then we come back to Thursday Thrive Live, where we talk about ways to thrive in menopause and not just survive. That's my live schedule. It's pretty new, and I've stuck to it for now. This is 3 weeks. Can you believe it? 3 weeks I've gone live 4 days in the week. And I remember a time when I was just afraid to go live. It's just like, so, and I want to say thank you to all the people that joined the live today. Hi, Debbie. Welcome to the live. We're getting ready to wrap up, though. I'm sorry you came so late. But I want to thank, yes, and I thank you, everyone who stopped in, who just hung out around the live on the outside and didn't come in because you was not wanting to join. So that's fine. You sat there, you watched. I know you did. I know you did. Thank you. The numbers will show. Okay. I want to thank y'all, everyone who stepped in, and come join me again on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. for the Sunday Brunch Live. Okay? And enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye, Facebook and YouTube.